What is up, guys? Jeremy here from school.com/reselling. My apologies for the Roombas in my trunk and the reflection on the hatchback trunk gate thingy. Hey, some exciting news. I sold Common Goods, the Northwest Arkansas location, the flagship, the original, for $200,000, effective February 1st, but we have signed the sale agreement to the prodigy, Josh Johnson. I am recording this because one of the perks of reselling as a business, as a skill, is that you can exit. You can sell the practice. And of course, you can sell any business. But I'm just saying, if you were considering starting a business, there are a couple reasons why a resale business is a little bit more sellable. And I've talked about how anyone can start reselling. Like, there's very low barriers to entry, and it's not that skillful of a skill. Like, you can really learn how to source and sell. It's not rocket science. It's very intuitive. And so as a result, it's not as intimidating of a side hustle or a full-time gig or something in between to get into. And here's the thing, guys. The lower the barriers are for you to enter, the lower the barriers are for someone else to enter. Let me say it this way. The easier it is for you to learn reselling, the easier it would be for someone else to learn reselling. AKA the person you sell your reselling business to. If you learn a skill that is a highly skilled skill, you're only going to be able to sell that practice to someone else that already has at least your level of skill, right? And so all of a sudden your market is very niche for who would want to buy this. And there's not that many people, right? But when the skill is easy enough, like someone can envision it, then all of a sudden the pool of people that might want to own it is really anyone that is not afraid of a blue collar job, that wants to make more than they're currently making, and wants to have the freedom and joy and responsibility that comes with being a business owner, of being the decision maker. And that is a huge pool of people. It's a huge pool of people. And ultimately, for Common Goods in Northwest Arkansas, the sale of the business is going to net me more than the profits I made while I operated the business, because I had a lot of upfront startup costs and learned through many mistakes. So for a while, I was just digging a deeper grave, trying to figure out what sells the best, what doesn't sell well, how fast, how much space does it take to store it, etc. And so I was just taking L's on the chin at the beginning. And to go from there to, wow, this business is sustainably making $150K plus a year of EBITDA is awesome. I mean, just in November, we brought in 34 grand of revenue, 20K of profit. And really that's like a net of taxes, net of interest. So really EBITDA was more like 25K in November. Awesome money that you can make. And as long as you're enjoying making it, keep making it, right? But so many times we lose, like if you start a business that makes you a bunch of money, but you're the only one that can run it, and you don't get anything on the exit, you might be selling yourself way short of the net money that you could be earning through your entrepreneurial efforts. So anytime you're starting a business, of course, there's like the base levels of like, can I consistently generate revenue? Okay, can I profitably generate revenue? Okay, can I make enough profit to where it is meaningful enough, like it will pay for my life? And then, okay, how do I increase the enterprise value of this business? And when you're starting a business or considering starting a business, you can think about that before you get into the business, as far as like how exitable is this operation and at what level. With common goods, the way that I have operated it is so simple that it increases the pool of potential buyers, because it's like easy to envision its operation. Whereas a lot of businesses, you might not have an exit until it reaches a much higher critical mass. Like, this is doing X in revenue, or we already have a full-time CEO and I'm just the owner that's hands off, or whatever it may be. Like, a lot of times if you're selling a business within industry, like you're a tech startup that's going to sell to a tech giant, for example, or you're a construction company that's going to sell to a construction giant. Like, the small guy sells to the bigger guy that's a competitor. The competitor's only interested if you got like some unique level of invention or patent, or if it's going to really substantially increase the value of their business by purchasing your business. And so if their business is already doing a certain number as far as revenue goes, or has a certain number of customers, or if you, like, maybe you're in a new market that they're not in, they want to expand to that market. Regardless, you have to be a pretty well-oiled machine, or a very messy machine with a ton of revenue coming in, for a competitor to want to buy you. But in reselling, anyone that wants to start a side hustle might want to buy you when you're operating at a vanilla type of system. You know, that could still be, you could still be making a bunch of money, but the system itself is vanilla enough to where you increase that buyer pool. And so overall, reselling very exitable, because the barriers to entry are low and the skills required to operate it are also relatively low as far as businesses go. That's the teaching point. And then the just exciting point is, I sold common goods, $200,000. So awesome. Maybe I'll do it again. If you're in the Houston area, let me know if you want to own a resale business. All right. Talk to y'all soon.